Val Kilmer was born on December 31st, 1959 in Los Angeles, California. His family wasn't involved in the entertainment industry, but they supported his passion for acting. Kilmer attended Hollywood High School, where he first discovered his love for performance. This sparked his desire to become an actor, and he began working toward that dream. Kilmer moved to New York City to attend Juilliard School, one of the best acting schools in the country. He trained hard and learned the skills needed for a successful acting career. His time at Juilliard made him more determined to succeed. Kilmer's confidence grew, and he knew he had the talent to make it in Hollywood. Kilmer's first roles were small TV appearances and minor movies. However, his breakthrough role came with Top Secret, 1984, a comedy film where he showcased his humor and charm. This role caught the attention of Hollywood, and soon he began landing bigger parts in his movies. His career was on the rise. His big break came with the 1986 blockbuster Top Gun, where Kilmer played Iceman, the rival fighter pilot to Tom Cruise's Maverick. His cool, confident character was a hit with audiences, and Kilmer quickly became a household name. The success of Top Gun solidified his place in Hollywood. Kilmer's career soared after Top Gun. He starred in several successful films like Willow, 1988, and Tombstone, 1993, where he portrayed the legendary gunslinger Doc Holliday. His performances were praised for their depth, making him one of Hollywood's most respected actors. Though Kilmer was riding high in Hollywood, behind the scenes he faced personal challenges. The pressures of fame and the demands of his career began to take their toll. Despite these struggles, Kilmer's talent continued to shine in his roles, and he remained dedicated to his craft. Val Kilmer's rise to fame continued in the late 1980s and early 1990s. After Top Gun, his acting skills opened doors to new and exciting roles. In Willow, 1988, Kilmer played Mad Martigan, a skilled swordsman who became a key figure in the film. His role was full of adventure and wit, making him a favorite among fans. Kilmer's portrayal of Doc Holliday in Tombstone, 1993, became one of his most iconic roles. He played the famous gunslinger with both toughness and vulnerability, making the character memorable. His performance earned praise from critics, and it became one of the highlights of his career. Kilmer also took on a superhero role in Batman Forever, 1995. He portrayed the title character, Batman, bringing a new interpretation to the iconic role. While the film had mixed reviews, Kilmer's performance as Batman was well received, and it added another notable role to his resume. Despite his fame, Kilmer didn't let it change who he was. He avoided the spotlight when not working and kept his personal life private. His approach to fame was different from other actors, and he remained grounded throughout his rise to stardom. Kilmer's success wasn't just based on one type of role. He played characters from different genres, including action films, comedies, and dramas. His ability to take on diverse roles kept his career interesting and allowed him to grow as an actor. As his fame grew, Kilmer's personal life faced difficulties. His marriage to actress Joanne Whalley ended in 1996. The divorce affected him deeply, and it seemed to make him more private. Despite these struggles, Kilmer continued to act in films, taking on roles that were both challenging and meaningful. Val Kilmer's personal struggles became more visible in the late 1990s. The pressures of fame, combined with his divorce from Joanne Whalley, seemed to affect his career. Kilmer started to distance himself from Hollywood and focused on smaller roles, often in independent films. His health also began to deteriorate. In the early 2000s, Kilmer's public appearances became less frequent. Reports began to surface that he was facing challenges with his health, though he didn't speak much about it at the time. His physical appearance also started to change, and it was clear he was dealing with more than just professional stress. Kilmer's love for acting never disappeared, but he began to seek out more creative and personal projects. He starred in the 2005 film Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang, which showed a different side of him. Though his roles in the 2000s were fewer, Kilmer remained respected for his commitment to acting and his desire to explore new types of characters. In 2015, Kilmer was diagnosed with throat cancer. The news shocked his fans and the entertainment world. Kilmer's illness affected his voice, and he had to undergo numerous treatments, including surgery. His health battles became widely known, but he chose to keep his private life as personal as possible. Even as his health declined, Kilmer remained dedicated to his work. His roles became more limited, and he appeared in smaller films that didn't require much speaking. His ability to act, despite his physical challenges, proved his dedication to the craft of acting. Though Kilmer's career slowed, he continued to participate in creative endeavors, including painting and writing. His artwork became a way for him to express his emotions during his battle with cancer. Despite the challenges, Kilmer's passion for creativity never wavered. As Val Kilmer's health became more uncertain, he found new ways to express himself. He started to focus on art, especially painting. His creative work gave him an outlet for the emotions he was feeling and allowed him to stay connected to his artistic roots. Kilmer's art became an important part of his life, especially during his recovery. Kilmer's journey through illness inspired his documentary Val, which was released in 2020. The film provided an intimate look at his life, career, and health struggles. Through this documentary, Kilmer shared his personal story with the world and allowed fans to see a more vulnerable side of him. The documentary Val was well received and gave fans a deeper understanding of Kilmer's life. It showcased not only his famous roles, but also the challenges he faced behind the scenes. The film allowed people to connect with him on a personal level, and many were moved by his openness and courage. While Kilmer's voice was affected by his illness, his creativity remained strong. He continued to work on various artistic projects, including writing and producing. Despite the physical difficulties, Kilmer's spirit never broke, and he proved that creativity could thrive even in the toughest times. Kilmer's story became one of resilience. He demonstrated that even in the face of illness and personal hardships, a person could continue to create and inspire others. His legacy would not only be about his iconic film roles, but also his ability to continue fighting through adversity. As Kilmer focused more on his personal projects, he found peace and meaning in his work. His art and creativity helped him cope with the challenges he faced, and it gave him a sense of purpose. He showed the world that true creativity doesn't rely on physical ability, but on the strength of the spirit. By the mid-2010s, Kilmer had stepped away from Hollywood's spotlight. Though he occasionally appeared in small roles, He was no longer the leading man in blockbuster films. This decision allowed him to live a quieter life, away from the pressures of the entertainment industry. Kilmer's decision to step back from major film roles came at a time when his health was becoming a significant concern. He still had a strong love for acting, but his focus was now on personal projects that gave him more control over his time and energy. Kilmer took on fewer roles, but always chose projects that were meaningful to him. His private life became more important than ever. Kilmer kept his relationships and personal matters away from the media. He no longer sought the limelight, preferring to live in peace and focus on his creative work. This change marked a turning point in his life, where personal fulfillment took priority over fame. During this time, Kilmer continued to create. His paintings became more recognized, and his involvement in writing and producing allowed him to explore different forms of art. Kilmer's creative output during this period showed that even without Hollywood's attention, he was still a passionate and dedicated artist. While Kilmer may have stepped away from big roles, he remained involved in the entertainment world through smaller projects. His presence was still felt, especially among his fans who admired his earlier work. Kilmer's legacy continued to grow, not just because of his iconic roles, but also because of the way he lived his life. Kilmer's approach to life was a reminder to many that fame doesn't define a person. His work and personal journey showed that true fulfillment comes from following one's passion and staying true to oneself, no matter the challenges faced. Val Kilmer's health battles took center stage in the 2010s when he was diagnosed with throat cancer. The news shocked his fans, but Kilmer never allowed his illness to define him. Though his voice was affected, he remained strong and determined to continue working on his art and acting. Kilmer underwent numerous treatments, including surgery, to fight the cancer. His health journey was difficult, but he continued to fight with the same passion and determination he showed in his career. Kilmer's courage in the face of such adversity became an inspiration to many. While Kilmer's acting career slowed down due to his health, he never stopped creating. He focused on projects that didn't require heavy physical demands and allowed him to continue working at his own pace. His ability to stay positive and productive despite his illness showed his incredible resilience. Kilmer's voice was permanently affected by the cancer, but this did not stop him from expressing himself. He found other ways to connect with his audience, including through his art and writing. His work, both old and new, continued to inspire those who admired him as an actor and as an artist. The courage Kilmer showed throughout his health battle inspired many who were facing their own challenges. His story became a symbol of strength and perseverance. Val Kilmer's refusal to give up, despite his illness, is a testament to his inner strength and dedication. Kilmer's health struggles were part of his larger story, one of resilience, creativity, and perseverance. His journey through illness became an important part of his legacy, showing that no matter what obstacles one faces, it's possible to continue living with passion and purpose. As Val Kilmer's health continued to decline, he began reflecting on his legacy. He had already built a successful career with unforgettable roles, but now he wanted to leave something lasting beyond just his films. Kilmer's art and writing became important ways for him to connect with others and share his personal experiences. The release of his documentary Val in 2020 allowed Kilmer to share his journey with the world. The film was a candid reflection of his career, health struggles, and personal life. It offered fans a deeper understanding of who Kilmer was beyond the Hollywood persona and helped cement his place in the hearts of many. Kilmer's legacy in Hollywood is defined not just by his iconic roles, but also by his ability to evolve as an artist. His performances in Top Gun: Tombstone and Batman Forever will always be remembered. But his later work in painting and writing showed his growth as an individual. Kilmer's honesty and openness about his life, both the highs and the lows, gave people a chance to see him as a real person, not just a movie star. His willingness to share his struggles made him even more admired. People remembered him not only for his acting, but also for the way he handled life's challenges. The impact of Kilmer's career and life went beyond the screen. His determination to continue creating, even in the face of an illness, left a lasting impression on fans, filmmakers, and fellow artists. He showed that true success is not just about fame, but about staying true to one's passion and using creativity to navigate through life. Kilmer's legacy will live on through his work and the lessons he taught others about resilience, creativity, and never giving up, no matter the obstacles. In the final years of his life, Val Kilmer continued to work on meaningful projects. Though his major film roles had stopped, Kilmer remained involved in the entertainment world through smaller roles and artistic endeavors. His fans continued to support him, appreciating the films and work he had created throughout his career. Kilmer's legacy was solidified in the final years of his life. His influence on the entertainment industry remained strong, even as he faced personal challenges and health struggles. He inspired many not only through his performances in iconic films like Top Gun and Tombstone, but also through his ability to adapt and continue creating in the face of adversity. Despite his voice being impacted by his battle with throat cancer, Kilmer remained involved in creative projects. His art, especially his paintings, became a significant part of his later years. Many people who knew Kilmer or admired his work were moved by his determination to keep pushing forward. He also continued to share his experiences through his writing, leaving behind stories that reflect his personal journey. Kilmer's life, though filled with fame and success, was also marked by deep personal reflection. He chose to live in a more private way during his later years, away from the Hollywood spotlight. But this didn't mean he was forgotten. Instead, it only added to his legacy as someone who lived on his own terms. In his final years, Kilmer remained a beloved figure in the hearts of many, who admired him for his talent, resilience, and the way he faced life's challenges. His impact on Hollywood and the arts was undeniable, and he will always be remembered for his powerful performances and the way he lived his life with courage and grace. Val Kilmer passed away on April 1st, 2025, but his legacy will live on through the countless lives he touched, both in the entertainment industry and beyond. His films, art, and story will continue to inspire future generations, reminding us all of the importance of perseverance, creativity, and following our passions no matter the obstacles we face. Val Kilmer's death on April 1st, 2025, left a deep impact on fans and the entertainment world. People took time to reflect on his extraordinary career, his unforgettable performances, and the way he inspired others. Kilmer's ability to bring characters to life, from the charming Iceman in Top Gun to the troubled yet heroic Doc Holliday in Tombstone, made him a lasting presence in Hollywood. Beyond the roles that made him famous, Kilmer's personal journey added to his influence. He was a man who faced struggles with illness, loss, and personal hardships, yet continued to pursue his passion for creativity. Kilmer's resilience made him a role model for many, demonstrating that even in difficult times, there is a way to stay true to oneself and one's art. Kilmer's decision to share his story in the documentary, Val, allowed people to see the real man behind the actor. He didn't shy away from discussing his challenges with health and fame, showing that vulnerability can be a powerful way to connect with others. His willingness to be open about his life, both the good and the bad, endeared him to many. Kilmer's impact was not limited to his film roles. His art, his writings, and his courage in the face of adversity ensured that his legacy would last long after his passing. His ability to inspire others through his work and personal strength continues to resonate with fans, proving that his influence will live on in many forms. Though Kilmer may be gone, his legacy is immortal. His performances continue to be cherished by movie lovers worldwide, and his art will remain a testament to his creative spirit. Val Kilmer's life reminds us that talent, passion, and perseverance are powerful forces that can leave a lasting mark on the world. Val Kilmer's legacy extends far beyond his roles in Hollywood. He will always be remembered as a versatile actor who brought depth and complexity to every character he played. His unforgettable portrayal of characters like Iceman in Top Gun and Doc Holliday in Tombstone made him a staple in the film industry. And these roles will continue to be celebrated for years to come. Kilmer's impact was not just in his acting, but also in his ability to evolve and embrace new forms of creativity. In his later years, he turned to painting and writing, finding new ways to express himself. His personal journey, filled with triumphs and challenges, became a source of inspiration to many, reminding people that creativity doesn't have an age limit and can thrive even in difficult times. The release of Val, his documentary, gave fans a chance to see a more intimate side of the actor. It allowed people to witness his battle with throat cancer, his passion for creativity, and his dedication to his craft. Through this film, Kilmer was able to share his story on his own terms, offering a glimpse into the life of a man who had achieved greatness but remained humble and true to himself. Kilmer's influence is still felt today, as his work continues to be appreciated by new generations. His career as an actor, artist, and storyteller leaves a lasting imprint on both Hollywood and the world. His legacy will be carried on by those who admire his work and who were inspired by the strength and creativity he displayed throughout his life. As the world mourns his passing, it's clear that Val Kilmer's influence will never fade. His work, his art, and his spirit will continue to inspire, and his story will always remind us of the power of resilience, creativity, and the importance of staying true to oneself. Val Kilmer will be missed, but his legacy will never be forgotten.